Tonight, from San Antonio, Texas, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Antonio Dreadnoughts taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 6 catches, 80 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw is Prescott. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And powering through at the 35. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
2nd and 12. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll set up to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sanders. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dreadnoughts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it for 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Atkins. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Atkins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Prescott. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass. But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with the crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side. Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. But that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 40.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They'll look to throw again. Under Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now back to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll set up a throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Prescott. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run on 1st down. Adkins. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. They will find Davis. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Russell Gage His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors. But how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goedert, the tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins, and they'll get him down right around the 16. On third down, it's Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Back out comes San Antonio. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This will be caught by Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw again. That's complete. It's Collins. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
6 yards left on second down.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't launch off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Dreadnoughts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
first down. Atkins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Back out comes San Antonio. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 2nd and 1. Looking here for Smith downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, 5, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he's is going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Taking it about the 1. Back out comes San Antonio.
And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got him in. It's Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a